wrist when he went in. A lot has happened, a lot of change in the summer. I just wonder, does it feel like you're kind of back to square one, base camp, or are you kind of resetting higher up? How do you see it? Because a lot has changed.
Yeah, but a lot has changed in the 8 years that I've been here. When we got promoted to the Premier League, there was a lot of change in the summer. When you're signing the best young English talent, there's only going to be interest in them. When your players are performing at the highest level, there's going to be interest. So we've got a structure in place. We've got standards and rules which have made us successful over the past few seasons. And our job is just to integrate the new players and try and make them believe the same way the players in the last few seasons have believed. And we're really excited by the sort of new Aston Villa.
Igor Rebener, Q Sport. My question is to Unai Emery. 14 years ago, you started your international coaching career from Spartak Moscow. We're not very successful there. So since then, during all these years, in what areas did you change as a person, as a coach? What allowed you to have much more success after that and right now in Birmingham and in general? Did you have to make a lot of changes in yourself to start feeling comfortable working abroad?
I don't know if you are wrong. I don't know, because maybe I don't understand exactly the question, but I started as a coach in Europe in 2008 in Valencia, away. Abroad, okay, it's good. At this point of the exactly how to know where are starting for the answer. My experience as a coach is progressively trying to get better. And when I started abroad in Moscow, was my first experience away in different country, different league, and of course was something I learned a lot there, but I was not successful. I spent there 6 months, and after it I tried to use again, when I was leaving from Spain again after Seville to coaching in PSG, trying to use all my experiences to try to get better. In Paris, I spent 2 years. I was happy. We were very demanding. We achieved trophies. We didn't achieve in Champions League our objectives. And after it, Arsenal was another experience. Of course, as well, I was not feeling completely successful, but the year we spent there working, I think we did a good year, a good season. And then my next opportunity I had to be here with Aston Villa, I tried again to use my old experiences, everything I learned to try to get better. And here we are. Since I arrived here 4 years more or less, and of course I am so happy how we are responding, how the players are responding, how the club, how the supporters, how we are building everything, how we are trying to develop, getting better, all the things we can have. Of course, everything at the end is on the pitch, and the result, the consequences after everything we are doing, and everything I learned with the players. We are here playing the Super Cup final because we have won the Europe League, and I am feeling comfortable, happy, very demanding, even more than the last years. Of course, the players as well, they followed us, everything we are trying to set in our standards, in our everyday, and how we want to build our mentality. And this is the reason we are here. Of course, thankful for the players, for John, because he was at the beginning, and he knows as well how we did the way. But we want more. We are not stopping here. And of course, my English now, little by little, is getting better. And this is the next objective as well.
We'll go next to John from BBC 5 Live, and then we'll move across to Tom from the Daily Mail.
John, can I ask you what would you say about the expectations that Villa fans will have this season? Where should it lie?
Similar to where it's been in the past few seasons, I think we've consistently competed with the best in England. I think we've consistently competed with the best in Europe, no matter what the competition is. It will have our challenges. There's a lot of change, but when you look at other clubs around England, there's a lot of change there as well. A lot of coaches changing, a lot of players changing. But what we have still is our main core, same manager, same methods, same desire to achieve more. So a lot of people thought we had reached our ceiling a couple of seasons ago, and we proved them wrong. We've still got the same hunger and desire to go and achieve more. And as long as we've got the hunger and desire to do that, the Aston Villa fans can expect as much as possible.
Tom.
Unai, throughout your time at Villa, when there's been challenging circumstances, you've usually just said, I accept it, and we carry on working. Clearly, the UEFA financial rules have contributed to you having to sell 3 of your best players from last season, when usually a club can expect to try to build more after the success you've had. I'm sure you do accept whatever comes in your way, but do you think the time has come to maybe alter these rules so that they can give more of a chance to clubs like Villa to continue to build?
Yes, of course I am accepting it, but I am so happy how the club is getting the commitment together with us, and how we are getting better, keeping our consistency in the league, in Premier League, being in top 5, last year top 6th, but 3 years ago and this year 4th, and how we finish as well the first year playing in Conference League. I think this is the objective we have, how we can, even with the circumstances we have, being consistent. And it's not changing, but the effort is doing, the club is really huge effort to try to be in the same direction like I am trying to be. And they are trying to extend now Villa Park to achieve 50,000 supporters next year. This is one step forward, the club as well trying to do. We are increasing our budget through good result on the pitch, through good result sometimes selling some players, and being consistent like we are, and as well expecting high level like we are more or less keeping it. And there as well, the supporters, or in the football world, the Premier League is the first league in the world. Aston Villa now, I think, can have better brand as well in the way we are. And of course, it's a huge responsibility for me, for the players. I am explaining them as well. Sometimes during the season, in 4 years, I explained them it about which objective we can have here. I have, or the players, or the club, and we must be everybody in the same page. And even with the changes, because you are making questions about the changes in the coaches, players, but Magin, he's intelligent, and he answered fantastic, because always he is here, since he arrived here, and every year, even when they were in championship, they became changes, and still the club going forward. And of course, if we are comparing with another teams like Manchester City or Chelsea or Manchester United or Liverpool or Arsenal, okay, we are competing with them, but we don't have their power yet. But progressively we are doing our way. And one thing I appreciate a lot is to be happy the way we are doing. And don't compare with another teams, another club, because they are over us and they are under us. And keep going, keep being resilient in the bad moment, like we showed last year, and we achieved at the end the objective after very difficult season, and in August was very difficult moment we had, and now we are doing changes. Yes, but we are working well, and I am happy how we are responding, how we are as well trying to build the team. Of course, tomorrow is not we are not going to be on the pitch, our best moment, but as well for PSG, because I played 3 times the Super Cup, and more or less all the matches we played Super Cup in August is more or less similar. And tomorrow we are going to compete. They are not here, Konsa, Watkins, and Emiliano Martinez, because they finished the season 19th of July, and I gave them 4 weeks to rest, and it's completely necessary. They are not tomorrow here. Of course, if they were here, of course, maybe we can have maybe more chances, but at the same time, I think PSG, they are going to be in the same situation like us. But tomorrow, we are preparing this game. with the players we started, even some young players, 4 weeks ago, and tomorrow I expect to compete and to try to face them with our capacity and our possibilities as well to beat them. Of course, they are favorite.
Okay, the next 2 questions should be directed towards Victor, so please raise your hand if you want to ask Victor a question, and I'll come to you. There we are here. We'll do 2 here, side by side.
Can I ask John as well? I mean,
No, we'll go Victor.
Just
first.
Victor?
No, Victor, please.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Victor. It's Boris from Antenna 5. You're going to have another demanding season starting with the Premier League, and tomorrow, of course, you'll be playing in the Champions League. You'll be fighting in the Premier League. Can you explain to us the difference, playing in Europe makes, especially now that the season is so long and then you're playing so many games in the Champions League?
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a challenging season when you play in Europe, but that's what we want to do. We want to compete at the highest level, and that means playing in all competitions, and especially in Europe. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but of course you need a good squad as well, who's available and ready to perform when you have games, because like you said, it's going to be many games during the season, but yeah, I think the squad is ready for that, and I'm looking forward to it as well.
Hello, Irakli Medadze, Setanta Sport Georgia. The question to Victor, for sure, it's quite fair. Victor, to talk about the opposition, their main strength is teamwork, but can you name someone who do you think is the biggest threat from the opposition side, from the attack or not from the midfield?
What do you mean, from the players they have? Well, I think it's difficult to name just one player from their squad. I think they have world-class players in every position, so it's difficult for me to sit here and pick just one player. My friend, they have a lot of good players, so it's I don't think it's fair to me to sit here and name just one. Like I said, they have a lot of good players.
When you go to the front, just wait the mic.
Okay. Good evening, good afternoon. My name is Radek Sedlmajer. I'm from Czechia. I have a question for John. You've played like 2 years ago against PSG, or 1 year ago, something like that. It was quarterfinals Champions League. You scored a goal. So my question is basic. How much did the team changed from the year back to now, like the Aston Villa?
We've changed a lot, personnel-wise. Mentality-wise, I think that game allowed us to grow. We competed against the winners of the tournament and gave them the toughest 2 legs over the competition. We performed at a very, very high standard, which is what is required to beat Paris Saint-Germain, and tomorrow night will be no different. If we want to win the match, we'll have to play at our best and make sure they suffer the same way they did that night at Villa Park.
Okay, we're going to finish with 2 questions for the manager. We're going to go Nick and then the far side. So, first one here.
Hi. As you mentioned, you've been in the Super Cup a few times, 3 times. You haven't managed to win it yet. Just wondered sort of if you can give us sort of your memories from your previous finals, and whether, as sort of the manager you are, whether it frustrates you that you haven't won it yet.
He was reminding me last week, I watched your match when you played against Chelsea with Villarreal. He was watching the highlights. And we lost in penalty shoot. Of course, it's an opportunity. Always a trophy is something can give us a special moment. And to play for trophies is, as a professional, is our objective. Then, if we are winning, of course, we are happy. If we are not winning, we are not happy. But playing against the best team now is PSG. Of course, they are favorite. But I am looking forward to play tomorrow. How we can test this match against them with our capacity and with the moment we are now, with the player we have now. And we are doing a good precision. We are testing and we are doing practice, trying to improve things for tomorrow, of course. And then the most important is the season. But tomorrow we are going to play one match, very important for our career as well. As a coach, as a players, as a club, it's a trophy. And it's one thing make us proud of how we are and how we arrive here and why we can have tomorrow a huge motivation to get our best. 6,000 supporters from Birmingham tomorrow give us the responsibility as well to try to play for them.